Alright, so I added Teddy to this broadcast here. Hope he watches. But alright, so now we're back out here. Now this is we're coming up on the south, on the edge, on the back half here. Here's this fence here again. Now look right here. That right there. That was pushed through by a group of hogs. Let me zoom in on that. I'm going to back up. Now look at that. Perfect look at that fence being pushed in. I don't know if you can see it, but perfect look at the fence being pushed in by a hog activity. And then lots and lots of hog activity on the ground right here. Alright, moving on. Now, if we get lucky, we'll just see a whole herd of pigs cross our path, and or a herd of deer would be great, but I don't know that we're gonna. So we keep on going. We get down here, and now where this starts getting clear up here ahead, you can see it starts to clear. This is the guy next door's property. So he's actually mowed. As you can see, here's mine, and there's his. So it's actually pretty easy to spot the edge of the property just because he's mowed and, well, I haven't. But, and if anyone's confused, all my proper boundary lines are marked with these flags here. So there you go. But there's his and then ours. You can see the difference. So, but all right, I'm gonna get turned. Actually, before I get turned around, I want to stand up in the back of the pickup, and I want to show you what we're looking at here. And who knows, maybe we'll see that big old buck out in the flats here. All right, so there is looking out into HTG. You can see it's thick, and then straight ahead here. Oh, come on, focus, camera, focus. Is my camera dirty? Maybe. There it goes. So those white patches there, that is sage. All right, we've got a nice mesquite tree right here. You can see pretty much every tree you can see out there. Even this dead guy right here is a mesquite tree. Next door, he's got mesquite trees. All the way along this line, we've got mesquite trees. And that's where the money is. Oh, the amount of mesquite honey we're gonna pull off of this property. In fact, a hive is going right here. Right in this spot right here, we're gonna put us a hive just to bank on all of these mesquite trees. So, there you go. Man, it's beautiful. So that's the back part of HTG. We'll get back in the pickup and let's go take a look at the rest of it. Well, the parts that have a road to it. I'm not driving into there. Oh, there's a rabbit. There's a rabbit. Teddy, we're gonna shoot that rabbit. Not that one. Well, maybe that one. If we find him again, we'll shoot that rabbit. But thus far, and I don't see any right here. Well, I mean, okay, you can see right here, you can see the traffic in the, let's zoom back out. You can see the traffic through the grass here. Most of that's going to be pig traffic. So a lot of it, and actually quite a lot of it, looks like water traffic from the recent rains. But the nice thing is, and if I find some, I can't find any right here, but I did find some recent tracks. So, and all these goddamn flies. We're getting a pesticide out here and gonna kill these flies. All right, moving on. I think I'm not even sure what kind of flies they are. They're annoying is what they are. All right. So, edge of my property. I'm somewhat trespassing right here, but hopefully the nice man that lives next door don't mind. So I'm not running in front of any of his deer feeders or traps that I can see. And he's got a deer blind. He's got a really nice deer blind over there. We're gonna have to see if we can't find us a good one like that. Whenever I get further back, I'll point it out. So Yeah, no deer today. I haven't seen any. I've been looking, but, well, I haven't been looking. I was focused more on setting up the deer feeder, but that's all right. We'll keep looking here. But anyways, let me get forward a little bit. Here we go. There, back there is that deer blind that I was telling you about that the neighbor has. Now, if we can just get the camera to focus. Technology. There it is. I don't know. It's no better. Anyways, that blur back there is, in fact, a very nice deer blind. Oh, and there's a train carrying trucks and equipment. All right, so back to HTG. So this is the very corner of the property. So, nice mesquite trees. And does this one have? Yes, it does. Now, fun fact. Now, if you look at these pods here, let me see if I can get a good close-up shot of these pods. I can't get to it, but that's all right. Now, so there we go. That's the back corner. And what we'll do is we'll follow this road around, and we'll go to the other corner, so you can kind of get a feel for the topography. But it's thick in there, I'll tell you what. I don't know, thinking about it, just looking at it, other than just picking a corner and walking through it, I don't know how you'd hunt this without a feeder. But we're going to use a feeder, so we're not going to worry about that. All right. So here we go. Coming around here. Now let's see if I can find. I'd love one of these pods to just be... Oh, look, now there's some right on the road. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now, those pods right there, those are mesquite pods. Now, you can crack those open, and the seeds are completely edible. Your quintessential Texaner will tell you that the mesquite seeds are amazing. You can roast them or eat them raw. But a popular thing to do with them is to grind them into flour and make breads and things out of them using the flour. I have to admit I'm gonna try that, though it does make a gluten-free flour, so who knows, we'll see. But there you go. So we're coming around, and I want to find these plants. Okay, here we go. Is this it? I think. Now this is a thorn. Now Elijah, I'm not sure if this was the one she was saying was a tamarind. I think it is, but I don't remember thorns on it. I'm going to ask her about it. If she were watching this, she got my invite. If she were watching this right now, then she could live comment and say, no, that's something else. But she's not watching it, and no one's watching it right now, and I'm kind of bummed, actually. But that's okay. People are busy. So, and I think this is getting saved to YouTube, so I hope that someone can watch it. So I would have hoped that Teddy would have been looking at it by now, but he's busy. So, all right, so there's the edge of the property again where we started out, and we're coming around. So this little road here is pretty much the only way in and out at this point. At some point, if we need to make access roads, and I'm sure I'll have to make access roads just to get hives spread out. I don't want them too close to each other, but until then, we'll go from there. Now, where was it? Now, this area had a lot of activity and also quite a lot of water buildup. So I think that a lot of water came off of that rise. So if you see the topography, it kind of rises as it goes that way. It rises. So I think quite a lot of water ran down this way, and I think I wouldn't be surprised to see it getting very well watered when it rains. Now, over here, you can see my deer feeder. Now I'm going to zoom in here and let's see if it'll try and clear for us here. The focus camera. Anytime. Come on. I don't like that. There, maybe that's a little better. But, so there's my deer feeder. Now, that orange strap on there is because I had a bad timer on the original motor. So I had to go buy a new motor and put on it. And unfortunately, the new motor don't fit the brackets on that. So with a little drilling and some screws and that strap, we got it to stick on there. And I'm going to come out and, well, glue it on there. So away we go. All right, now we're looking into, so over here, this is a little pin that the seller didn't know. So Ranch Enterprises, that's, I mean, I guess we're sort of buying from them, but he didn't know what this pin was used for. It's just a little pin. He seemed to think some kind of livestock, maybe some goats or something. But Elijah and I are probably going to fix it up. And she wants to put sheep in there. Elijah wants to keep some sheep to raise. And now, is this the, I think this is the tamarind. No, I don't see no pods on it. All right, well, let's keep going. But Elijah wants to get some sheep because she wants to be able to make her own wool yarn. And, well, I applaud that, I have to admit. When she suggested it, I think she was surprised at my response, at how willing, not only willing, but excited I was for that. Now, here we go. Look at this. Now, you see these fronds here. They're little fronds. Let's zoom out here. Okay. Now, that's mesquite frond. And then these thorns here, that tells you that that's a honey mesquite. All right, so it's now August. So May through June, this little mesquite tree is going to be covered over in little flowers. You can barely see them, actually. But the honey off of this, the honey mesquite, the honey the bees will make from it is divine. All right, here's another. Now, here is a standard mesquite, regular mesquite. And they also produce excellent honey. Now, the honey mesquite, the honey that it produces is a lot sweeter. The mesquite honey, the standard mesquite honey, is going to be a little smokier, almost a nutty flavor to it. So, quite excited about that. So, now, interesting here in the way the land goes. So now you see a lot of the brush clears away and makes way for the sage. Alright, so we got lots and lots of sage here. Now, what I was hoping to see was, I want to see this sage starting to have buds on it. But oh, there they are. There they are. Okay. Now look here. Now these are old buds, but I don't know if you can see on the camera. There. You see the black spots within the leaves. Those are old buds. Those are phenomenal. Those are little pollen. They produce pollen and nectar. So, and the bees will make from that. And once again, let me get out on the roof here, and I want to show y'all this. So I'm going to get on the roof here. All right, now this is the upper edge of the property. All right, but looking out here, there, oh, let me zoom back out so it focuses. There is nothing but sage for as far as you can see in any direction. That is amazing, and especially it's going to be flowering, it's going to be producing pollen, and it's going to be producing nectar, and it's just everywhere. So no, there is nowhere on this property that we can't put a hive and expect to see honey. You know, knock on wood or whatever other superstition, and barring some major drought action, we're gonna get some honey off of this property, and it's gonna be amazing, amazing honey. I can't wait. But there it is. So, and there you go, Dad. You can start looking at the area now. So that's the feeder off there in the distance. You can look around here. This is pretty much where we're gonna hunt. So I imagine in this area here, right out here, getting us a nice elevated deer blind, or maybe even this way a little closer to our feeder. but we're just gonna, and actually I'll probably wind up having to get a couple because it can only hold so many people. But yeah, I'll get a couple of good elevated blinds out here, and we'll come out. And I got the deer coming in, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to put the salt lick out. So you know what? I am going to go and put the salt lick out, because there's no reason for me to carry it in the pickup if I can lay it out here and use it to get some deer in here, right? So let's do that. So I will back us up here. You guys can keep looking at the gorgeous, gorgeous hilltop gardens. And if any of y'all are curious, let me know. And I'll tell you the story of where Hilltop Gardens actually came from. There's a handful of people that already know the story. In fact, some inspired the story, but I'll be happy to explain it to anybody else. So, alright, so now we're gonna back it up here. We're just heading back so I can go and put this. It's a mineral block, so we're gonna put it out here, and I'm just gonna park here. You can see I've been driving in and out of there all day trying to get this thing figured out. But alright, so I'm gonna stop. Actually, yeah, hold on.